Welcome to this video. Today I would like to discuss on sampling error. In the previous video on standard error, discussions were on sample estimates and population estimates. We know samples are used to estimate population parameter. Samples should be true representative of population. For that, samples are drawn from the population through probability sampling method. Even then, there will be difference between sample estimate and population estimate. This is because of sampling error. What is a sampling error? The error which happens in a study when a sample is not representative of the population. It's a statistical error that happens when a sample selected does not truly represent the entire population being studied. Thus, sampling error is the difference between sample value and true population value. Usually, sampling error occurs in most studies. Here comes the role of margin of error. What is margin of error? Margin of error is the amount of error allowed to represent the difference between sample value and true population value. It's the range of values below and above the sample statistic in a confidence interval. This indicates the precision of an estimate. So, margin of error is the amount of error allowed to represent the difference between sample value and true population value, and it indicates the precision of an estimate. Different samples drawn from the same population have different characteristics. When samples are drawn from a population, it is only a part or subset of the population. Samples which are good representative or representation of population only can estimate true population parameter. Look at this figure. This figure shows the population of preschoolers. Here the variable assessed is height. Samples are preschoolers drawn from the same population and height is assessed. So for each samples, the mean height varies. That is, here there is a margin of error happens. Larger the margin of error, less confidence that sample value reflects the population value. How sampling error is calculated? The sampling error is calculated using the formula sampling error equal Z score value based on confidence interval and population standard deviation divided by root n. Sampling error is obtained by dividing the standard deviation of population by square root of sample size and then multiply the result with Z score value which is based on confidence interval. In the video on confidence interval, Z value for each confidence interval was discussed. How sampling error can be reduced? Sampling error can be reduced by increasing the sample size. One best method to reduce the sampling error is by increasing the sample size. Another method is by stratification based on population characteristics. In case of population variability, that is a heterogeneous population, classify the population into different strata like age, gender, socioeconomic status, locality, and so on. Proportionate samples are taken from each strata. Let us discuss this with an example. So here the population n equal 1000. This population consists of different strata. Male n equal 350, female n equal 400, children n equal 250. So how to calculate or how to take samples of male, female and children proportionately from the population of 1000. For that, the sample needed is 500. Sample for each strata, that is male population is 350 divided by total population into sample needed 500. So that is 175. Same way, female, it is calculated as 200 and children 125. So total sample 500 of which male, female and children are proportionally taken from the population. To conclude, sampling error is the difference between the population estimate and sample estimate. When the sample selected does not represent the population, sampling error occurs. Increasing the sample size helps to reduce the sampling error. Thank you.